What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, this is something that was sent to me by one of my subscribers, and this is more of the combination of lack of respect for the history of the NBA and the increasing evidence that the NBA, when I say the NBA, I mean those promoting the league, the hierarchy of the NBA, NBA fans today, they have this bias against big men, and you see it, you can't argue against it. It's irrefutable evidence that there's a bias against big men. Kareem somehow never comes up in the GOAT conversation. You got some Nimrods that have Wilt out of their top 10. Shaq is increasingly becoming irrelevant and going down. Tim Duncan never gets talked about. And when I mentioned that Moses Malone is at least a top 10, top 20 all-time player, possibly top 15, people act like I'm speaking in tongues. Look at this list right here. Top 5 players to come out of high school. Number 1, LeBron James. Number 2, Kobe Bryant. Number 3, Kevin Garnett. Number 4, Dwight Howard. Number 5, Tracy McGrady. And most people be like, wow, this is a slam dunk. Where in the fuck is Moses Malone? Now look, first of all, I think Kobe should be at the top of this list. Then maybe LeBron number 2. Okay, that's a whole nother video for another time. But there's no way in hell Dwight Howard and Tracy McGrady should be ahead of Moses Malone. Okay? First of all, Tracy McGrady never won a championship. While Dwight Howard does have a championship, it was as a role player. Moses Malone has a championship in his prime. He also has something that none of these guys ever won. I'm talking about the bottom 2, a finals MVP. He also did something that only LeBron James has matched and exceeded as players on his list. He won 3 league MVPs. 3. So let's look at some more of Moses Malone's accomplishments. Not just his numbers. Because when I was growing up, Moses Malone was the greatest prep to pro player ever. NBA champion in 1983. NBA Finals MVP in 1983. 3-time league MVP, 1979, 82, and 83. 12-time NBA All-Star. 1975 ABA All-Star, so it's a 13-time Pro All-Star. 4 times All-NBA First Team. 4 times All-NBA Second Team. NBA All-Defensive First Team in 83. NBA All-Defensive Second Team 1979. ABA All-Rookie Team 75. 6 times more than Dwight Howard. 6 different times. I believe it's only 3rd behind Wilt and Dennis Rodman. 6 times this man led the league in rebounding. 50th and 75th anniversary teams. ABA all-time team. Number 2 retired by the Philadelphia 76ers. Number 24 retired by the Houston Rockets. National High School Player of the Year 74. First Team Parade All-American 74. 4th Team Parade All-Americans 1973. 20.6 points per game. 12.2 rebounds per game. 1.3 blocks per game. 29,580 points. Only LeBron and Kobe got more points on that list. 17,834 rebounds. Nobody comes close to that. Nobody. Matter of fact, I think When you look at ABA and NBA, only 2 players have more rebounds. Only 2. And that's Wilt and Bill Russell. 1,889 career blocks. Dragged a Rockets team that had no other. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me check something out here. Dragged a Rockets team that had no business being in the finals into the finals. A team that went 40-42. He took that team to the finals. That year he averaged 27.8 points, 14.8 rebounds, 1 steal, 1.9 blocks, 52% shooting from the floor, 76% from the foul line, and played over 40 minutes a night. Trying to see, was Calvin Murphy an All-Star that year? Nope. Was Robert Reed an All-Star that year? I don't believe so. Never was an All-Star, actually. Was Reed Tomjanovich an All-Star? I don't believe so. He had been for 5 years prior, but not that year. Yeah, Moses Malone took that team to an NBA Finals without another All-Star on that team. And you got you trying to tell me he's ahead? Excuse me, that Tracy McGrady is ahead of Moses? Dwight Howard's ahead of Moses? Come on, man. I know some of you guys don't know who that is, but do your research. It's not my fault that you don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. That's not my fault you don't know who that is. How narcissistic that are you? I never heard of him. Who the fuck is you? Gandalf the Great? I'm telling you. I don't care what nobody says. Moses should be no lower than 3rd on this list. Kevin Garnett should not be ahead of him. That's bullshit. 3-time league MVP, NBA champion, 6-time rebounding, 6-time NBA rebounding leader, Finals MVP. So yeah, that's all I got to say on this one.